Hello again, Algebra. This week we only have one video because we don't have a lot of new vocabulary. So we're going to be talking some more about percent increase, percent decrease. Last week I gave you problems where I told you what the percent was. This week we're going to have to calculate the percent for ourselves. So I'm going to give you some numbers and we're going to have to calculate a percentage. So this is going to be working with ratios and proportions more than it's working with our slope-intercept form. So we're shifting gears slightly, but it's still connected to what we've been doing. So let's look at an example. Okay, so last year there were 12 students in Miss Surrey's book club, and this year there are 21 student members. What is the percent increase in student membership from last year to this year? Round your answer to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so important information. Last year, there were 12 students. This year, there are 21 students. And I want to know what is the percent increase in student membership from last year to this year. So this is my question right here. So percent increase is how much did it change? So how many students did it increase by? So it starts at 12 and it goes up to 21. What did I have to add to 12 to get it to 21? Well, I can go backwards if it's easier, and I can do 21 minus 12. And that's going to give me 9. So it increased by 9 students. But now I need to turn that into a percent. So it increased 9 students from 12 to 21. So to turn this into a percent, I'm going to have the total amount increased divided by the original total. So my original total is 12, and the amount it increased is 9. So 9 is going to go up here, 12 is going to go down here. So I'm going to have 9 divided by 12. If I do 9 divided by 12, I get 0.75. This is not my answer. This is not percent. This is my decimal form like we've talked about. To turn a decimal into percent form, it's backwards from what we've been doing. We've been moving the decimal place 2 to the left. Now we're going to move it 2 to the right to get from decimal to percent. Move it 2 to the right, and this is 75%. So this was a 75% increase from last year to this year. 75% increase. All right, let's look at another example. So pause if you need to finish writing this down. And we're going to do another example. Okay, next example. All right, so a store is having a sale on clothes. One shirt that normally costs $17.99 is discounted to $14.39. By what percent has the shirt been discounted? Okay, so we know it starts out here at $17.99. And it ends up here at $14.39. So I'm going to know how much did it change. So I'm going to subtract again. I'm going to do $17.99 minus $14.39. 0, 9 minus 3 is 6, 7 minus 4 is 3, 1 minus 1 is 0. So $3.60 were taken off of the original price. So like I did in the previous problem, I want to do the amount it changed divided by the original total. So in this case, my original total is $17.99, and the amount it changes is $3.60. So we're going to do $3.60 divided by $17.99. And please do this in a calculator. Don't make it harder on yourself. There's no need to try and do this longhand. You can, but it's going to take a bit. So when I do 3.60 divided by 17.99, I get 0.2001. And a whole bunch after that. So this is not my final answer because I need to tell you what percent, and this is a decimal. So again, to change from a decimal to a percent, move your decimal 2 places to the right. So 2 places to the right puts it here. So as a percent, this is 20.0. So I'm just going to go 20%. So by what percent has the shirt been discounted? By 20%. So there's another way I can set this problem up. I can say, well, here's the original price. Discount it by this percent. What's the sale price? So that's what we're going to do next. So pause this if you need to finish writing this down, and we'll do another example. Okay, get some more space. Let's look at a third example real quick. Okay, so the same store is now having a new sale. The shirt that costs $17.99 normally, so that's our original price, is now on sale for 25% off. What is the sale price? So, we're going to do this 2 different ways. Method number 1, percent, then subtract. Method number 2, we'll talk about what that's called after we do method number 1. So method number 1, we're going to find the percent. So we're taking 25% off of $17.99. So we are going to take this 25% and change it to decimal form. Remember, we take that decimal here at the end, move it 2 places left, and we get 0.25. So I want to know, what is 25% of 17.99? So I'm going to do 0.25 times $17.99. So that's how much we're taking off, right? So it's 25% off. So how much am I taking off? And then I can use that to find what is the sale price. So 0.25 times $17.99 should give you 4.4975. So this will round up to 4.50. Is this the sale price? No, this is the amount that's coming off the original price. So now, to find my final answer, I'm going to subtract 450 from $17.99. So when I subtract 450 from $17.99, I'm going to get $13.49. So there's 2 ways to think about problems like this. I'm taking 25% off. The flip side of that is, well, if you're taking 25% off, you're actually paying 75% of the original price. So this is the flip the percent method. So if I start out with 25% off, subtract that from 100, tells me what I'm actually paying. This is my discount, but I want to know what is my cost. So this shirt is going to cost me 75% of the original price. So let's see how that works. I'm going to take 75% and turn it into a decimal form, move the decimal 2 places to the left, and that gives me 0.75. Now I'm going to multiply 0.75 times my original cost and see what I get. I should get the same answer right here that I got from my first version. If I don't, then I did something wrong. So 0.75 times 17.99 gives me 13.4925, and we're doing dollars, so we always round to the hundredths place, so I got $13.49. Did I get the same answer? Yes, I did. So method number 2 actually is my favorite one for trying to figure out sale prices. Like if I'm actually in a store and they're like, oh, this is 25% off. Cool. Then I flip the percent from 25 to 75, grab my phone and do 0.75 times whatever price is on the price tag, and then I know how much it's going to cost plus tax. So if you're going to memorize anything, this one is the one that's going to help you the most often. If something's 33% off, well, flip the percent to 66%, 0.66 times your original price, and you'll have the sale price. So this is the most useful thing in this video. You can easily find the sale price of anything that you are looking at if you flip the percent, and then you don't have to do any subtracting. Cool, I'm going to give y'all some practice problems on this stuff this week. We're going to do some more problems together on Zoom later. If you have any questions, make sure you write those down, and I will see you soon.